This is your news. WTWO News Channel 2 Evening Edition. Live with the Wabash Valley's 24-hour news team. Your news advantage starts now.
A state trooper says it best. Methamphetamine is the bootlegging of the new millennium. Hello, I'm Tom McClanahan.
And I'm Ann Shea. Thanks for joining us for the Evening Edition. Well, it's no secret that the Wabash Valley has a meth problem. You hear about meth bust all the time.
But it may surprise you to learn how easy it is to obtain meth-making ingredients.
News Channel 2's Kit Werby joins us from our newsroom with more on this story. Kit?
Ann and Tom, like it or not, methamphetamine is a sign of our times. Bicknell, Indiana saw two back-to-back meth lab busts over the weekend, just a half block away from each other and just 1 block from the police department. A working meth lab was discovered in a bicyclist's duffel bag in an alley off Main Street, the other in an apartment over the Synergy PSI office. Now, police say Bicknell's problem is its accessibility to meth-making ingredients, most of which can be found in a convenience or a hardware store. But really, the same could be said for many Valley communities.
Within 3 miles of any point in Bicknell, you can obtain all the ingredients necessary for the manufacture of methamphetamine.
So what can you do to help the fight against methamphetamine in your community? Police say you should pay attention to your neighbors and your surroundings. Look out for key meth-making ingredients such as Sudafed, lithium batteries, drain cleaner, starting fluid, and sulfuric acid. And make sure to report any suspicious activity to authorities. Now, coming up on the late edition at 11, we'll hear what makes some small communities so prone to meth. Ann and Tom, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Kit. Well, when the General Assembly convenes tomorrow, one bill that could be introduced will be an attempt to help shore up declining numbers at volunteer fire departments.
Volunteer firefighters and State Representative Bill Rappel wants to give those firemen a state income tax credit as an incentive to keep them in volunteer firehouses. News Channel 2's John Swanner is at the new fire station in Riley with more on this new bill. John?
Tom, the state fire marshal's office says rural communities like Riley have a dangerously low firefighting capacity, especially during daytime hours. Now, the Riley Fire Department is well aware of this, and that's why they have paid personnel on station between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. But Riley firefighter David Wright says the tax credit by itself would not be enough to keep firefighters in volunteer houses. He says recruitment and retainment is the key, and says offering a good place to work is where it starts. That's why Riley worked hard to secure the money to build a new firehouse.
You're asking people to come here and be away from their families and stuff, and one of the things we wanted was a structure that was equally as good or better than their homes, so that they would want to spend time here.
And to secure enough funding to build the firehouse, Riley became a fire protection district. Wright says in order for other volunteer fire departments to survive, they may have to do the same. Tom and Ann, back to you.
Thanks a lot, John. We certainly appreciate what the volunteers do right now. Only days after watching area troops leave for duty, more members of the Indiana National Guard have been put on alert. The Army National Guard headquarters in Indianapolis says the 150th Field Artillery Unit has been placed on alert. The 150th includes Guard units in Rockville, Spencer, Bloomington, Greencastle, Danville, and Noblesville. Alert status means only that a unit could be called into active duty at any time. Last Thursday, the 152nd Infantry Unit, based in Linton, Vincennes, Washington, and Tell City, left for training at Camp Atterbury near Columbus before being deployed to an unknown location. Bloomington-based Cook Group is not shedding any tears over the collapse of its merger with Guidant, a rival medical device maker from Indianapolis.
The proposed merger of the two Indiana companies offered growth prospects for Cook in the emerging market for drug-coated stents, a new heart disease technology. But Cook's founder says the deal also had become a source of anxiety for many of his employees. They were unsure how they would be affected by Guidant's acquisition of Cook. The deal collapsed last week because one of the conditions of the merger was not met. General Electric's national strike won't affect local employees, at least for now. According to Bloomington's Herald Times, about 17,000 employees could protest within a month over an increase in health insurance. And by June, that could include workers at the Bloomington plant. The strike won't affect the local manufacturing plant immediately because they are under a different union, but its workers may be picketing before GE's national negotiations in June. The Bloomington plant employs more than 1,800 workers. Well, students and teachers at Martinsville High School are facing challenges other school districts couldn't imagine.
During Christmas break, the roof above the gym collapsed, causing thousands of dollars in damage. As News Channel 2's Tim Sanders shows us tonight, the school has two choices: rebuild or relocate.
This is the sound Martinsville wants to keep hearing.
We're worried. We're concerned about what's going to happen here and what's going to happen not only to the school but to our jobs.
Susan Napier has been cooking at Martinsville High School for 19 years. Recent damage to the school has everyone worried about the future.
The school is like the hub of our community. This is where all of our activities are. And without this, then there's really no community.
Workers spent Christmas break repairing the gym ceiling, which collapsed due to a water leak. That leak is also warping walls, cracking plaster, and leaving classrooms a mess. But repairing it won't be cheap. Martinsville High School is so old, it's still heated by a coal furnace. As you see, these are the problems, and Martinsville Superintendent Jill Bennett says she might have the solutions.
The first part of that is I put in for a school construction grant last spring. So we're on the state's list to get money for that.
But that's years away.
With everything falling down around here, I don't know if we can wait that long. Otherwise, we're just throwing money onto a problem that isn't going to go away.
Another option is consolidation, which no one wants to think about.
I think it would split the community in half, because half the community nonetheless would go to Casey, and half the community would go to Martinsville or Marshall, and the ones that didn't go would either move or go what they considered homeschooling.
I don't see us consolidating with anyone. People in this town want to stay here, and the board members are very adamant about wanting to keep the school here.
Everyone admits the building is falling apart. So why doesn't anyone want to consider closing?
Why wouldn't we want to close? Because the town will die.
Along with years of memories, in Martinsville, Tim Sanders, News Channel 2.
The current damage is being paid for through a federal grant used to take care of life safety problems. Much of the work is being done by school board members and faculty. Members of Terre Haute Street Department are busy working on a busy part of a downtown street, and it may cause an inconvenience for you. A faulty sewer has caused the 7th Street between Wabash and Ohio Streets to sag. That one-block section of 7th has been closed while repairs are being made. So if you use that street regularly, you'll want to avoid that block. Crews are expected to have the repairs finished and the street reopened by Friday morning.
Environmentalists fear that southwestern Indiana's limestone caves will be damaged if Interstate 69 runs through the region. They say if the highways built through these areas, road, salt, oil, antifreeze, and anything else that spills on the roadway would inevitably be washed into the caves and threaten residents' groundwater. Environmentalists also worry that the project will destroy caves the endangered Indiana bat uses for winter hibernation. Advocates of an I-69 route that uses upgraded sections of US 41 and Interstate 70 say their preferred route wouldn't harm these caves. State leaders plan to announce a chosen route later this month. It just keeps going and going.
Can't wait for their decision.
Well, the new Illinois quarter is out.
The director of the U.S. Mint says between 500 to 600 million Illinois quarters will be made and circulated. My mother is looking for one, as a matter of fact. Several hundred school kids were among the first to receive the coins today. The Illinois quarter is the 21st to be released by the Mint in the series that will eventually feature designs from all 50 states. The back features the image of a young Abraham Lincoln. To one side of Lincoln is the image of a farm, while on the other side is the outline of the Chicago skyline. I think that's a good design.
Makes sense.
Land of Lincoln. Get ready for some really cold weather. Just with a look ahead a little later.
And in Top of the Class, Dana Winklepleck introduces us to a Valley student who uses his talent at the piano to help some of our older residents. Your news, we'll be right back.
A day's event, murder at midnight. Someone had the means.
Colin hurt my sister.
The motive.
He told me that the two of you slept together.
And the opportunity.
He was blackmailing you and you killed him to shut him up.
To kill in cold blood.
You took my gun.
This week, one man confesses.
I did it. I killed Colin Murphy.
But with this whodunit.
It's possible they'll never figure out who killed Colin.
Suspect everyone. Murder at Midnight, Days of Our Lives.
1 p.m. on News Channel 2 weekdays.
The Passion's double wedding event continues. Luis and Sheridan are at the altar.
Two couples are beginning new lives together.
About to marry the wrong people. No! One wedding is brought to a halt.
Well, if there's one chance in a million that I could be with Sheridan, I gotta take it.
Will the other wedding vows take place?
Stop!
on America's fastest-growing daytime series.
This wedding has to stop.
You never know what's next. Passions.
2 p.m. on News Channel 2 weekdays. This News Channel 2 Stock Market Report is brought to you by Terre Haute First National Bank.
I compete because that's who I am.
When I hurt, I need professionals.
I need to get back in the game.
When you need the competitive edge, call Sycamore Sports Medicine at Union Hospital, 238-7677. Sycamore Sports Medicine.
Well, it's in your eyes. Everyone who loves cheeseburgers is on the fly to Rally's for a great deal.
For Rally's. Check it out.
You gotta eat. You gotta eat. You gotta eat. Rally's Cheese Double Cheeseburger is just 99 cents. That's right. The biggest, baddest burger under a bun is now under $1. So get moving, because Cheese Double Cheese is only 99 cents, only at Rally's.
Rally's.
WTWO News Channel 2 Top of the Class is brought to you in part by Jack and Sheila Crapo, Becky Bougier, Aaron Haynes, and Stephanie Pfister of Remax Real Estate Associates.
Linton residents now have the chance to compete against each other while increasing their literacy.
It's all a part of Linton Reads 2003, a program started by the director of the public library. In Linton, residents will be split into 2 groups, children up to the 8th grade and adults 9th grade and over. Each age group is being challenged to read 2003 books this year. The goal is let children and adults rediscover the joy of reading. You can sign up for the program at the post office in Linton, the library, any school, and Shepherd's Love Bible Bookstore. Well, it's always nice to see young people helping out in their community.
In tonight's Top of the Class, Dana Winklepleck introduces us to a teenager who shares his love of music with others.
Eric Vanetti loves the ivory. This 11th grade Northview student began playing 5 years ago. He now takes his talent to nursing homes and churches.
The best thing I get out of doing this is to have people come up afterwards and just tell me I've done a good job.
Residents at Cloverleaf Healthcare in Niceville recently benefited from Eric's abilities.
Well, he's very comfortable, I think, in our setting. He's had family members here before.
Eric is also comfortable playing at weddings or fancy dinners. He says people often remember hearing him at these events.
It's nice to see people smile. You know, it makes them happy.
And Eric hopes to make a career out of music. In Niceville, Dana Winklepleck, News Channel 2.
Actually. Very talented.
Speaking of Niceville, the champion of Niceville, Jesse Walker is here to talk about a mixed bag of weather.
That's right. It was just down the road from my house there.
You could go and join him play.
I should do that.
You could sing.
No, we want people to stay and be happy. You don't want me to sing. We're going to talk about happy weather, though, because it's going to get warm over the next couple days before we see the temperature start to drop already. But pretty nice this evening. We'll show you what's happening with our Z-Bar Audio Plus Neighborhood Weather Net. Ernie Powell Elementary School down to 28 degrees. Not bad, but we've got warmer weather on the way. We've got plenty to talk about. We'll do that when we come back.
You're watching WTWO News Channel 2, brought to you by American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof.
The difference is a McPherson strut front suspension that hugs the road and provides better handling. The difference is a 5-year, 100,000-mile extended powertrain protection plan. The difference is $1,000 cash back or 0% financing. Or choose a $199 a month lease on a Ford Focus. $199 a month. The choice is yours. The difference is Ford. Visit your Wabash Valley Ford store today.
Each week, WTWO News Channel 2 takes you around the valley to local schools with Top of the Class. Brought to you by Jack and Sheila Crapo, Becky Buzier, Aaron Haynes, and Stephanie Pfister of RE/MAX Real Estate Associates. Every Monday night at 6, we feature local students and programs that are helping kids reach new heights. See how teachers are using fresh ideas, creative programs, and modern technology to help prepare our students for the world around them. Top of the Class, every Monday night at 6 on WTWO News Channel 2. This is your news.
This is your news. See the difference.
On Thursday, the Linton unit of the 152nd Battalion left for training at Camp Atterbury.
Most soldiers are anxious to do what they've been called on to do.
Unfortunately, it's a different story for the family members of those soldiers.
They're doing what they want to do to help their country, but it's so hard on the families. I sit home and cry.
The choice is clear every day. WTWO News Channel 2. The Valley's longest-running high school sports show. Going to the Hoop. Join sports director Jason Penske, Jeremiah Johnson, and Brian Paul for the most in-depth boys and girls prep basketball coverage. With the top 5, the honor roll, and all the action fans will be talking about. Our crews cover the 2 states so you can follow your favorite team all season long. The Wabash Valley's most-watched sports team. Jason Penske, Jeremiah Johnson, and Brian Paul. Watch Friday nights at 11 for Going to the Hoop.
Welcome back. Temperatures a little below the average for our high today as we hit 33, but down to 30, and that 30 is where we're at right now. 61 the record high, -7 the record low. As I said, we're down to our low right now. Temperatures starting to fall off some. We have a northwest wind 8, gusts today to 31, relative humidity at 81%. The wind chill now is at 25. There were times today when the wind chill was in the teens, so a pretty chilly way to start this week. Barometer 30-35 steady, dew point at 25. Wabash River in the Terre Haute area is going down just under 7 feet. No precipitation today. Going to stay dry for a while. We don't see big storms or systems coming in to bring us any rain or snow over the next few days. Temperatures are coolest here where you see the blue shadings, but we do have warm air off to the west, and that air is headed our way. We're going to see a big change in temperatures this week, starting out moderating tomorrow and especially Wednesday. Wednesday's the day temperatures could be a few degrees away from record highs. And then the northern branch of this jet will start to dig down into this area. And we've talked about this for several days now. It's going to pick up some of this cold up here and deposit it down in this area. It's going to be a big drop in temperatures when you look at where it's going to be on Wednesday compared to Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow, warmer air will start to come in from the west. Temperatures will be above normal for tomorrow. And west of this area, 50s and 60s for highs. What's happening is the wind's coming west over the mountains, comes down the mountains, it's compressed, it heats up. We call this the Chinook winds. And when there's no snow out in this area, there's not much to modify it downward cold-wise, so it comes across the plains as some pretty mild weather, and that's what we're going to see coming into this area. As far as big storms, you don't really see much on the map as far as lots of moisture or circulation patterns, so things are going to remain fairly quiet as far as that goes. You can see off to the north the jet stream pattern coming in like this and then dropping southward, and that's brought some of this colder air into the valley over the last couple of days. One system is exiting here, and that's really about the only thing left. What this is here is warm air coming up on top of the cold air and bringing a little bit of a mixed bag up there across the northern portion of Minnesota. Around here, partly cloudy skies tonight. That's what we'll have tonight. And again for tomorrow, no precipitation to speak of. That is all moving away from this area with some light snow showers over in Ohio, into Kentucky, and also into West Virginia. For us, though, high pressure spreading out, going to bring us some decent weather. Tomorrow, about the same. There's not a whole lot going on with these west winds. Here's the map for Wednesday. More of the same, but colder air right here behind that front across the northern high plains. This is the map then for Thursday, and it took you all the way up into central Canada. This tells the story. The cold air is going to come out of Canada around this jet stream and then dive southward. So Thursday, temperatures will definitely be on the fall. We're going to tap some of this cold air and start to bring it southward. This was today, and I highlighted this area. I want to show you what's going to happen. I'm going to put this in motion between today and Thursday, and I want you to watch this area. All of this cold air just kind of bleeds slowly southward, and there's no changing with daytime and nighttime because this air is so cold. If you remember, this number up here started at 17 degrees above zero. Watch where it finishes. Temperatures will drop by 50 degrees here in western Canada as the cold air so slowly settles south, and guess what? It's coming our way. Temperatures On Wednesday, near 57. Saturday, 32. We're talking about a 25-degree drop in temperatures as that colder air comes in. Forecast tonight, fair and cold, down to 22. Then for tomorrow, partly sunny, warmer with a west wind with a high of 43. For tomorrow night, not nearly as cold, down to 34. The best day is Wednesday, 57. That's 4 degrees away from a record high. But then here comes a cold front. Falling temperatures on Thursday, and temperatures drop off by some 25 degrees by Saturday. Could be a little snow Monday, and then we think there'll be another surge of cold air again by the first and middle of next week. The bottom line is, I would say from Thursday through about the 22nd or 23rd of the month, it's going to be cold.
So enjoy Wednesday.
Enjoy the next couple days, because we're headed for a fairly cold pattern.
Okay.
Jeremiah Johnson filling in for Jason Penske at the sports desk. A little under the weather, but you'll be okay.
We're plugging through just like all those football teams who were behind. They came back. Whether you're a sports fan of local teams or just the guys that get paid, there was plenty of intense action over the weekend. We'll recap everything, including the best buzzer beater in the Wabash Valley has seen in quite some time. Some amazing video comes your way next in sports.
Closed captioning on WTWO News Channel 2 is brought to you by Terre Haute First National Bank, always close to home. Why would you consider whatever's in second place when you can buy Lear for much less at Checkered Flag? 679 Lafayette Avenue in Terre Haute.
Looking for an outlet for your creative energy? Then enter Project Excel, sponsored exclusively by Farm Bureau Insurance. Project Excel, let your voice be heard.
America's first family. Watch today and you will see the folks you count on every day to bring the latest news your way. Katie, Matt, Al, and Dan, first on your TV. America's first family, today on NBC.
Winter weather can ruin your plans. Snow, ice, and wind can be a dangerous combination on the roads. Should you stay in or venture out? When you really need to know, turn to the team with the Terre Haute First Storm Tracker 2000. Meteorologist Jesse Walker, Julie Hendricks, and Dan Reynolds have over 36 years' experience forecasting the weather. Combine their knowledge with the most advanced equipment, and you get the Wabash Valley's most dependable forecast. The Terre Haute First Storm Tracker 2000, only on WTWO News Channel 2.
Twice the challenge, 2 times the fun.
Wheel of Fortune and
Jeopardy, weeknights starting at 7, only on WTWO News Channel 2.
If you can't watch News Channel 2 Evening Edition, listen weekdays at 6 to the X, AM 1130 and 1300, your sports voice in the Wabash Valley.
This is WTWO Pepsi Viewers Club Card winning number 05772. If your number matches number of the screen, contact News Channel 2 at 696-2121 the next business day to claim your prize. Welcome back. To make the playoffs is an absolute accomplishment. However, once there, the idea is to win a couple games. The Colts, for whatever reason, are already looking to next year thanks to Saturday's 41-0 defeat to the Jets. Now, the questions are many. The lack of a running game, the problems during the first half all season, and a team that many call soft. However, Coach Tony Dungy is trying to focus on the positive, a 4-win improvement from last year and 2 big road victories over Philly and Denver. Rome was not built in one day, and Coach Dungy knows his first year in Indy could have been better, could have been worse as he looks forward to the future.
As I told the guys in there, I'm proud of what we've done this year, climbing back into the playoffs. We obviously have some work to do, but we can't let this one performance put us so far in the tank we don't come out of it. We got to use it as motivation to understand, the work that we have to get done next year. But it was a big disappointment for all of us, and we've got to grow from that.
While there was no magical second half comeback from the Colts, the Browns and Giants weren't so fortunate. In 2 of the 6 biggest playoff comebacks in NFL history, the Steelers rallied from down 17
to defeat the Browns, and the 49ers probably caused many Bay Area fans to go home thanks to a 24-point third-quarter deficit. That was a mistake. Jeff Garcia and company will travel to Tampa Bay next week. They defeat the Giants 39-38. What an amazing game. Well, now to college hoops. Royce Waltman's first words after Saturday's 86-60 rout of Evansville were, "It's awfully important to win that first conference game, doubly important to win at home. Amen." Saturday's nice start to Valley action was also important to the players.
This is probably one of the first games where we actually came out and had a good showing. We got out to a big lead. I think at one point it was 14-6. So we got out to a big lead and we opened up strong, and that kind of makes it easier to play throughout the course of the game.
Basically, I knew everyone we had to step up our play going into the conference. We heard that it's a pretty tough conference, and we just knew that we needed this win in order to get a good start.
ISU at Wichita tomorrow. Now back after a brief holiday break, the Sycamore Sports Medicine Athlete of the Week. We start the new year with a bang, honoring the best player on one of the best teams in the Wabash Valley, Nick Brooks of Robinson. To be undefeated at this point of the season, quite an accomplishment. Leading the way for the 16-0 Maroons is Brooks. Friday night, he and point guard Tyson Schnitzer helped Robinson rally from a 9-point halftime deficit to T-Town. They win 63-55. Brooks totaled another 25 points, another heroic effort for the Sycamore Sports Medicine Athlete of the Week.
When you're dealing with a kid that has his athletic ability, he always does something that can surprise you, whether it be go up and get one above the rim or make a spectacular pass. But hey, he's a level-headed kid and a good kid.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of weapons that we can use. So I mean, it's not everybody on the team knows it's not just one person. It's a whole unit. Because they do succeed on kind of not shutting me down, but stopping what I do, and then other people on the team step up. So then they got to respect them more. So that's just, I mean, that just goes back to showing it's a unit instead of just one person.
Finally, to the most remarkable shot in the Wabash Valley this season. It comes from WRV Saturday night. Edgewood ties the Wolverines with just 1 second to play. They thought to force overtime, but they somehow forget about A.J. Graves. The 1,000-point scorer takes the inbounds pass and heaves it some 70 feet for the game-winning basket. 59-56, WRV a winner. No words could describe that amazing finish by Graves. Another story they'll be talking about for years in Swit City. A.J. Graves proving once again one of the best aspects in sports, the thrilling, miraculous finish. We saw it in the NFL. Oh, yeah. We see it in high school basketball. What a finish of the game.
Amazing.
That's so far back it could have been a 5-pointer.
Yeah, give him more.
Great shot.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Jesse, we'll have a final check of our forecast.
Plus, we'll tell you how you can win an Xbox. The evening edition will be right back.
The news of the Valley affects you every day. Get involved. Call us at 1-800-345-6605. Access code 05 and give us your input. Then watch News Channel 2 Evening Edition for Friday feedback.
Who appears to be hooked on something other than phonics? Who's already a good loser?
He's George Gray, 5 days a week on Weakest Link.
Goodbye.
The Weakest Link, every weekday on News Channel 2.
We've been waiting a long time for this.
The Battle of the Britons.
3 generations of the Britton family are insured with American Family Insurance.
Male versus female.
Sister versus brother. Take no prisoners.
There are just no worries with American Family Insurance. Great agent service, great claim service. When the kids get married, we tell the new spouse.
That's me.
When you join the family, you get American Family Insurance.
All your protection under one roof.
American Family Insurance.
It's the final days of iMart's Buy One, Get One Free savings offer. You've only got a few more days to get your second pair of glasses absolutely free. Yes, free! When you purchase your first pair for $99 or more at iMart. That's right, any second pair of frames up to $59 with single vision or flat top bifocal lenses free. Upgrades available. Remember, it's the final days of iMart's Buy One, Get One Free savings offer. Don't miss your chance to get 2 pair of glasses in about an hour for one extremely low price. iMart.
Only News Channel 2 provides real-time weather information from across the valley with the Z-Bart Audio Plus Neighborhood WeatherNet. WTWO's weather team can access current conditions 24 hours a day from 20 schools in the local area, telling you what's happening in your own backyard while teaching area students about the weather around them. Z-Bart Audio Plus Neighborhood WeatherNet. Real-time weather for the real world. Only on WTWO News Channel 2. This is your...